One of the advantages for the IBA of the partnership with Jus Mundi is that we're able to track the use of our own tools. So through the same case law database, we can also see references to where IBA instruments are employed. And so that not only do we have the library of our own instruments with Jus Mundi, but we're able to track how those are used in practice. And that's of enormous benefit both to us as a committee, but also to the international arbitration community. I'm Brown de Vejar. I'm the second year co-chair of the Arbitration Committee of the IBA, and I'm also the global co-chair of the arbitration practice at DLA Piper.
I'm Dietmar Prager. I'm the first year co-chair of the IBA Arbitration Committee, and I'm a partner at Debevoise in Plimpton in New York.
My name is Patricia Saiz. I'm Senior Vice Chair of the IBA Arbitration Committee, and I'm an independent arbitrator based in Madrid and a professor of arbitration at ESADE Law School.
I think we're really excited to have this slightly new model of leadership within the Arbitration Committee, which was started by Xavier Farvoul and Jan Bao, where we ensure that the three of us are involved in all of the communications, all of the decision-making, all of the strategic direction that the Arbitration Committee is taking. And the reason for that is simple. It permits a broader range of views into those decisions, which is always a good thing. It also means we have continuity in the strategic direction of the Arbitration Committee. Thirdly, it means that if for any reason one of us is overly busy, which never happens, the others are able to chime in and help out, and that is an enormous assistance.
We want to have broad participation from the Arbitration Committee members. The transparency that we have now in the Arbitration Committee, thanks to Jan Bao and Xavier Farvoul's efforts, allows us to interest more of the members of the international arbitration community in our work. We have invited members of the Arbitration Committee to express their interest in participating in our work. There are various forms of doing that, for instance, serving as an officer, or working on one of our subcommittees or special projects. And we have been receiving expression of interests from a number of our Arbitration Committee members, and we encourage more expressions.
As the most junior person on the leadership trio, it's a fantastic way of organizing the work in the sense that it allows one to grow into the role and see how things are done before one acquires more and more responsibility over the course of the 3 years where you're actually in the leadership position.
One of the issues we are focusing on is ethics in international arbitration, and in particular the extent to which there are autonomous ethical rules on how we behave ourselves in international arbitration proceedings. And there are various aspects to that. We are at the moment revising the guidelines on party representation that were first issued in 2013. We are updating them. We have listened to the arbitration community at large and have received a number of suggestions. We are working on a project about ethics of arbitrators. We are also looking into the ethical aspects of the use of AI, and finally of ethical questions that arise in the context of dealing with experts.
I think Dietmar's absolutely right that one of the aspects that we've come to realize is that ethics permeates through many of the instruments that the IBA Arbitration Committee is the custodian of. I think another really important initiative, which is certainly the future of the Arbitration Committee, is more participation from our membership, which means more inclusiveness. Because the fact is that the IBA sits in a very unique position of being a truly global organization that is representative of the practice of law throughout the world. And it means we're not a body that administers arbitration. We are not beholden to any one particular body. We are a truly global organization. But with that comes the responsibility of ensuring that the instruments that we publish, the work that we do, the best practices that we promote, that all of those are reflective truly of practices around the world, and that we've received the input from practitioners around the world. So I would say inclusiveness and more input from more members is the future of our organization.
I mean, one way we are trying to achieve the greater inclusion is not only by trying to have more participation from underrepresented geographical areas, in particular Africa and Asia, but also from different users of international arbitration. And that includes in-house counsel, for instance. We have an in-house counsel initiative that we're building. We are including more in-house counsel in our various subcommittees and task forces. And we are doing the same as well with judges. Many of our projects deal on how courts are enforcing arbitration awards and the role that courts play in general in the international arbitration world. And we are including increasingly judges as well in our project. For instance, in the Res Judicata project, we currently have 6 current or former Supreme Court justices from around the world participating and giving their views on the project, and that has been enormously helpful.
We are rolling out a series of masterclasses that are focused on our flagship instruments, and the idea is to harmonize training so that they are used consistently throughout different jurisdictions, and also do capacity building in specific jurisdictions where that kind of training is needed most.
We want to have greater input from the various constituencies of the international arbitration community. We want to listen to them. We want to hear from jurisdictions that are underrepresented. We want to hear from not only from arbitration practitioners in law firms, but also from arbitrators, from academics, and in particular from in-house counsel and judges. So we want to get this diversity of views, take account of them when we develop our work product, to be sure that we reflect all the various interests and concerns of the international arbitration community.
I would concentrate on 3 concepts: transparency, good governance, and a continued robustness of our flagship products.
The committee, to me, looks diverse, it looks active and flexible and ready to adjust to the needs of a very rapidly changing world.
Well, the reason why we wanted to collect international arbitration awards is that because of the success of international arbitration and the confidentiality of arbitration awards, which is a main pillar of international arbitration, a lot of the principal case law in sectors such as the oil and gas sector, in infrastructure, and in other important sectors no longer was publicly available. What we tried to do is collect those awards that are not subject to confidentiality. We wanted to create a database of arbitration awards from all around the world, as the arbitration committee did not have the means to run such a platform to do all the search functions. So we learned that Jus Mundi was embarking on a similar project, and Jus Mundi was the perfect partner for that particular project. So we teamed up together. The project has been a great success. Together we have collected a great number of arbitration awards from all around the world in multiple languages, arbitration awards that are available to the public at large, that are searchable. And I think the project has contributed to the development of law, because some principal concepts such as hardship, force majeure, issues of quantum that arise in international arbitration awards are now searchable online. It's enormously useful for us to have access to Jus Mundi and Jus Mundi AI in order to search for existing case law. For instance, in the Res Judicata project, we could do a very comprehensive search for available international arbitration awards that dealt with the issue of the Res Judicata effect of an previous arbitration award on a subsequent arbitration. And that would not have been possible without the comprehensive database that Jus Mundi has. We're using Jus Mundi also in a number of our other projects. For instance, in the party representation guideline project, where we are now revising the guidelines, Jus Mundi allows us to see how the guidelines have been used so far, what areas are that can be improved, what kind of publications are out there suggesting additions to the guidelines. So this has been an enormously useful tool.
I think any organization that is focused on best practices and looking forward has to focus on technology. The best use of technology, making sure that our products are using technology in an effective manner to ensure their robustness, And I think also making sure that our own tools are as accessible as they can possibly be. And that's the future of our partnership with Jus Mundi.
The partnership is essential because access to data is as important as ever.
Our partnership with Jus Mundi will allow us to get feedback about our soft law products, how they're being used, how they can be further improved, and that's enormously useful. And in a world that quickly develops with AI and the international arbitration community that develops with AI, that partnership will be particularly relevant.
One of the most important findings was that users perceive there's a lack of ethnic diversity on arbitral tribunals, and that has an impact on arbitration outcomes. And most importantly, I would say that the main finding was that it is important for those being adjudicated feeling themselves represented in the body of those adjudicating them. There has been a very well-known effort to improve gender diversity over the past 10-15 years. And the results have been slow but steady. We are seeing very positive outcomes, but we realized there was nothing like that in the ethnic diversity area. So we thought it was important to address other forms of diversity, not just gender. So the report's main objective was to bring awareness to this issue. It was not to actually come up with specific actions, but rather to put this issue on the table so that the arbitration community and all of its stakeholders begin to think about this issue. One of the next steps has been to have roundtable discussions with the arbitration community, again, to bring awareness.
The fact of the matter is the report is garnering notice in the international arbitration community, which is exactly what it was aimed to do. So it recently won a GAR award as one of the most important initiatives in our area of practice, and that means that the community is taking notice, and that is a very important first step.